early birds and night owls. My name is Nox, aka Mako, and welcome back to Planet Coaster Career Mode. Instead of starting from the loading screen, I figured that we would just dive in today because I intend on completing this scenario in this episode. So we have these two to work on. Like I said, this one's going to be a little bit passive. We're going to get it done as we work on these other two here. So we're going to work on these. And it seems like we have to focus really hard on raising the average guest happiness because that's quite difficult to do. So we're going to have to focus a lot on, let's see, right over here. Thirst, hunger, and restroom. We're also going to have to maybe try to take care of these. It seems like people are a little bit upset with loony balloons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the price a little bit. I know it's probably going to kill a little bit of our profit, but I want people to stop complaining about it because... I mean, what else are we supposed to do? Get them to stop complaining about it. Also, they're really mad for some reason. Lifetime profit. You know what? That already has made a profit. I am okay with lowering the price. I have no issues with that whatsoever. So they don't have enough money to go on 66er. We do have an ATM close by. They want to do something more fun. The loony balloons already took care of that. The queue is full for 66er. Now, it seems that this is a lot less severe than this. So I might expand the queue. That's definitely something that I'm thinking about doing. I don't know if I want to do it, but, you know, it's something we're going to keep there just in case. Also, there's really no other complaints besides, you know, just these three and also having to take care of hunger, restroom, and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and open the restroom over here. I know that really doesn't make too much of a difference, but it might. It just might. So there we go. That guy should be open. And if food and drink is such a problem... then we might as well just go and open up. Let's see. Monsieur Fritz. Both of them? Sure. We're going to leave information has fantastic clothes, though. So that means we have to go over to staff over here. And let's see. Find the people who are actually working in those places. Or we could just go ahead and pay everybody the same amount. Because, I mean, we're basically rolling in money now. So we don't have to worry too much about that. So there we go. And I guess that's okay. That's about all that we need to do right now. Oh, also... I did want to hire 2 more security guards just because the only 2 we have right now are at the entrance and at the exit, and that's really not going to catch too many people. So some just roaming around should maybe help a little bit. This queue, oh man, you guys, I want to charge more, but it feels like I'm just charging too much already with $34 and let's try it. Let's just try it just to maybe clear out the queue a little bit. Maybe if people start complaining that it's too expensive, then I will go back to $34 and just expand the queue. I'm trying to think of everything to maybe get that angry little face from all the way over here. Just totally gone. We don't want that. And let's see. Overall, what are people thinking? They overall love the park. Okay, so that's good news for us because... that's, going to start with the happiness. So, at the beginning, let's pretend like it didn't happen. I got rid of Miss Elly. I kind of want to put her back just because it's going to help with some happiness. So, that is not what I was looking for at all. Where is it? It's the custom, right here. Entertainment point. So, let's see. Where do we want to put this? We can put it right over here, actually, right? Oh, yeah. Although that's a little bit hidden, but that's okay. So we're going to have an entertainment point right over here, and we're going to attach Miss Elly right to it. Even though we don't have her, we're going to hire her right now. Let's see. So Miss Elly, you're going to go right here. I suppose we're going to need a work roster for this. So let's see. Work rosters. We're going to go ahead and select just this and type this one as Miss Elly Entertainment. Oh, how about... Miss Elly EP. Sure. She's dropping a hot EP, yo. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Okay, so Miss Elly is going to go right up in there, and we're going to just attach her right there, so she should stay there and maybe entertain people around there. I want to actually see how it works. Because, I mean, we put one down before, but I didn't actually look at it before, like a long time ago, and I think it was my challenge mode park. It looks like she's just hanging out there. Nobody's really going to see her, which is a little bit sad. Also, I don't particularly like this color. We can probably go for, I guess, red. Since that's red right there. Sure, that works for me. Alright, so we aren't really getting too many more people right now. It seems like it might be time for some more rides. And hopefully Miss Elly will actually do something in terms of raising the happiness. Because we're still at 85%. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on this here. I stepped in sick and... okay, 66 is too expensive. That little raise in price was way too much. And hey, look at that. A thief was caught. That's exactly what I wanted by actually adding some more security guards. Okay, so... gotta take care of UI stuff and sick because that's definitely a big problem. So to do that, I think what we're gonna do is put in another restroom slash first aid somewhere over in this area or this area, something like that. Because this right here is a little bit too far away from this corner. So yeah, I could probably put it in this corner. That wouldn't be that bad. So let's see. We should have a blueprint for a bathroom, and we'll always, as usual, replace one of them for a first aid because that's just the way I like to use it. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this something like there. Sure, that works. And we're gonna go ahead and just edit this, or just remove it, I guess, now since we are gonna edit it. Yeah, there we go. Whew, okay, there we go. And we need to go ahead and add ourselves in a first aid. Ta-da! And suddenly we have it all working. Good. Okay, so now we just have to connect this with the path, which is really not the hardest thing to do, honestly. The hardest part is just trying to figure out where it goes, which sometimes it's just a little bit tricky, you guys. Sometimes I want to get it just right, and sometimes it's not possible to get it just right. But hey, I think we found a nice place for it. So, another thing we're going to have to do is place a lot of bins everywhere. Because if we're expecting 1,700 guests, you can bet that we're going to have a lot of trash everywhere, especially since we need to place more restaurants and drinks places because clearly people are hungry and thirsty and not getting what it is that they need. So we're going to go over some benches right there, or excuse me, some bins right there, and I suppose that we can probably just start lining up some bins every which way here and there to make sure that people throw away their trash because I don't know if the people here are as messy as people in Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I have a feeling that they might be, and that's never too good for us. So let's just do something up like that, and I have an idea for decorating these that doesn't involve trees, so we might get to that pretty soon. The first thing is just giving our park a nice little bit of bins so people can throw away the trash properly. Let's see, maybe over here as well. Because I figure, they're going to be over there, and let's just put some here as well, even though there's some right there. They don't even care. They will not walk up there, it seems, just to throw away the trash. Lazy bums. Anyway, it's okay. We can just do something like this, and that should be good. Alright, so besides just doing this, we are going to decorate queues. We're going to add more rides, and hopefully that's going to help bump us up in terms of people and maybe even happiness. However, I have a feeling that maybe some of the things that we do might cause more anger than happiness, so we're going to have to be very, very careful with what we do. Let's see, let's place some bins maybe over here as well, and I think, honestly, we have enough bins, but, I'm just going to keep throwing them down just in case what we have is never enough. And maybe some going out, because I figure people will probably be leaving and they might have trash to throw away. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. I'm not so sure. But yeah, let's get to building more rides. And hopefully that is going to bring in all the people. Okay, so we have a few more rides and we have a few more points in scenery rating as well. It looks like the guests are coming in. The park rating is almost to where we want it to be. And well, the happiness is getting there. It's going to take a little while, though. So let's see. What do we have here? We have the elixir machine. That could be a good ride. Let's see. Twisting, lifting, twirling. Not so sure what that is, but that sounds like something I haven't seen often because I don't recall ever seeing that one. So that might be something we haven't seen before or something we've seen maybe once or twice. I don't know. And happiness is fluctuating a lot. Okay, so what we need right now to take care of is thirst. Thirst is definitely a really big thing. And people are complaining about Zozo, but as you can see, the queue is so full that I think charging even more for this ride is fair. Also, how's this coaster going? It looks like that's also fair, so I'm going to go ahead and charge 22, I guess. I don't know if that's too much, but let's hope that it's just enough so we can make tons more money. And more thefts are being reported. You know what? That's okay. That's definitely okay. We can take it one step at a time. People are going to be just fine. So we need some food and some drinks. So let's see what we can do about that. Do we have anything that's just like a big building with lots of food places? Because that would be nice. Let's see. Food shops. Aha. Okay, so I could definitely use this one and probably replace one or two of them with, let's see. I'm thinking probably replace one or two of them with a drink stall because it seems like more people want something to drink rather than they want something to eat. So that can definitely be done. Let's see. Shoop. It's probably not the best place for this because I have a feeling that this road is going to get really, really busy. But you know what? I kind of want to hear because there's just so much going on here. So sure, I know it's not aligned completely well, but it is what it is. So we have Chief Beef here, and I kind of like that. I don't want any more Monsieur Frites, and I don't want any Hot Dog Squad because we already have those guys. So of course we're going to just get rid of them. And we're going to replace them for sure with some place to drink. And also we have some room here for something more, which we could go for. Not so sure what we want there, but can think about it for sure. So let's see. Drinks places. What do we have? Pip shot smoothies. I will do that. And we have probably water, which I guess I'll go for it just because I made fun of water before, and I know people would like to buy water. Why not? Nothing's wrong with water, so sure, we're going to go for that. So let's see. We need signs. So let's go for signs over here. Let's see. We need shop signs. Do we have any signs for Pip Shop? We do. Okay, so we have smoothies there, water there. I believe that's how it went. So let's see. Is this sign proper for this? It looks about right. Maybe it's a little bit big. We have this one here. Yeah, this one's smaller. It's definitely smaller. You know what? It works better here. Sure, we're going to go for that one. And juice. Let's see. Do we have a water sign? We do. We're using sign 2. So it's going to be this one here. Works for me. Sure. Do we have, however, anything like this guy over here? Exactly where are those hiding? Because I'm not so sure where those are. Let's see. Shop decorations. There we go. Do we have them for Pip Shop? Because if we don't, we're just going to have to put like random things. Oh, we do have them. Nice. Are these new? Because I really don't recall ever seeing this before. But sure, there we go. For the water and for the smoothies. Nice. So we can even build a path from here to maybe over there to cut some of the traffic through there. And I think that's going to help out a lot. So instead of, just building in another place for us to sell some stuff, I will add a path here. If I can fit it. Let's see. Path. Sure. There we go. Alright, so let's get a path through here just so we can connect people up because clearly we're getting a little bit too much traffic in certain places. And I was saving this for the cube. Honestly, looking at the kinds of rides we've been getting, I don't think we're going to get the cube ever. So, whatever. It doesn't even matter. And is this one popular? This ride is not popular at all. Okay, I'm going to lower the price to $12 and hopefully somebody's going to ride it because we need people riding all of these rides. Otherwise, what's the point of having them? Right, you guys? Am I right here? Alright, so hopefully adding this is going to help a little bit. And let's see what else people are complaining about. Because, of course, we want them to be happy. So let's see. Those are expensive. You know what? That's fine. They're thirsty. We just added 2 places for them to drink from. And the queue for 66 is full. Even though you have a pretty long queue, Looney Balloons still looks a bit... Oh, it looks busy now. Oh, they still want to do something more fun than Looney Balloons. Okay, that means the balloons are still a little bit too expensive. At least that's what I'm going to assume here. So we want to do something more fun. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we're not really making much money. So we're going to go for $5 on each balloon. I guess $5 is really expensive for balloons anyway. So clearly $9 was really, really expensive. And it seems like we don't have too many more complaints. How are we doing in... Ooh, that's not so good. That is really not so good. So we have to take care of these guys. I think this... I mean, I'm not so sure if we've placed enough down that's going to help people, but I really, really hope it does. We have like more restaurants now. We have more places to drink from. I honestly... They're not even spending that much on... I think the problem is not with us, but maybe with them. They're not exactly getting food and drink like they need. Let's see if we can maybe find some teenagers around here to see exactly what's going on with them. Are you guys a group of teenagers? You're adult group. Okay, never mind. And you guys are a group of teenagers. Okay, so what's going on with you? There should be more scenery around here. I'm not even going to say anything. Not going to say anything. They have tons of money. They look totally fine. Maybe they're brand spanking new to the park, so we're not going to, judge them. Oh, boy. So an adult group, let's see. They are hungry, they are thirsty, and they need to restroom. Oh, so Pip Shot Water's already pretty busy. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's actually not pretty busy. That's super busy. So maybe we're going to need more places from which our guests can eat and drink, because clearly that is insanity right now. So where can we put another one of these complexes? Let's see. We have some room maybe over here because we're clearly going to need more food, more drink. Okay, so let's see what we can do about this. We're going to go ahead and add in another one of these guys because that's just, it works. Okay, it definitely works. And let's see. That seems to be more than enough room for our people to actually queue up because I don't actually want them spilling out into the main path. That's probably one of the mistakes I made with that one. They're mostly on the main path. All right, and of course here we're going to go and edit these guys to swap them out for something better, for something to drink, I should say. And hopefully adding a few more drinks places is going to help our happiness overall. What kind of fresh hell is this? What is with the Zozo? It seems like every time we place it down, it gets the biggest queues. Even though we're charging like a freaking arm and a leg, they're just always queuing up for this ride for like $5,000. We can charge whatever, and they're still going to pay for it. Oh, I see some trash there. That's not so good. It seems like we maybe don't have enough bins, even though I tried. I definitely tried to place enough bins, but it seems like maybe what I did was just not enough, which is not so good because that means we're going to have trash everywhere. So let's see. There's some bins right there, so that should probably not be an issue. Let's go ahead and place some right over there, and maybe that's going to help out a little bit. Let's see what kind of issue we were having right now. So they're not queuing that long as those. Oh, that's okay. They're thirsty. I did place 4 new drinks places. I actually had to move the complex over here because nobody was visiting the other place, honestly, so that was pretty bad. Pip Shot Water looks busy. I mean, that's understandable. Everybody's getting stuff. EOI stepped in sick. I just saw that one. And the litter is disgusting. So that's definitely a big problem. And how many janitors is it that we have here? We have 1, 2. You know what? I just saw somebody who's angry. That's not so good. We're going to go ahead and probably pay these guys more. I don't know why they're so angry either. Like, what's your childhood trauma here? Oh, we're also not getting much money either. So we should probably stop researching things because we do have to train all this staff and maybe pay out even more because clearly we need these guys to know exactly what it is they're doing. So that way we can have them always... Oh, we didn't actually train you. There we go. I guess we're going to pay you, let's see, $225. Maybe that's going to be fair enough. Maybe you're going to be happy with that. $225 for you. Is that going to make you happy or do you want more? Also, you should probably check on the rest of the staff too to check if they're actually earning enough money. You're maybe not. You guys aren't too happy. Maybe you want a little bit more pay compared to the people who just were hired. Fair enough. And we're making some kind of money, so it's not like everything's all bad, but I would prefer that it's just... Jeez. It has a great looking queue. I mean, yeah, we did a pretty good job of making the queue very bushy, but that's clearly not going to help us out. I'm going to go for $24 like that. It might be too expensive, but honestly, I need to clear out that queue. Otherwise, people are going to be super, super... just upset about it. And I mean, they're gonna be upset about it no matter what, so we might even have to delete Zozo. It looks like people want to do something more fun than Hat's Fantastic. And oh, something was damaged? Do we actually have something damaged in here? Let's see. A bench, a single bench, and people are complaining. That's jeez. So let's see, we have over here the Iron Claw. So that's a new ride, and the one that we got before that, let's see, it is called this one, the Pathos 3, is a fairly newish ride, so we can definitely go for placing those. Well, this one fits here, actually. I was like, we can go for placing those somewhere in this area. No, this one fits here pretty nicely. I suppose we could. And looking at the bins now, we definitely need more janitors. I want to say up to 10 janitors. I know that sounds insane. But our park is very widespread. We're going to need to assign work rosters and get at least 10 janitors. Just to maybe take care of things. Maybe that's not your way of doing things. Maybe that's just my way of doing things. But I kind of want that many janitors just because I have a feeling that that's going to help us out in the long run. So let's also make the queue maybe like this way over here. And it's not going to be that pretty, but you know what? It is what it is. Open this guy at, let's try $10, even though that's probably a little too cheap. You know what? Let's go for 11. Sure. And we, of course, are going to add our fabulous, famous bins and benches to this area right over here before we, of course, go into figuring out how we're going to actually add more janitors with how little money, I should say, we're making these days. So there we go, bins and benches there. And I did want to add the pathos. I'm going to add it and not actually do anything with it. Does it fit this way? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not really going to get much of a queue there. We can place it in the corner, though. Or we can place it here. You know what? There's nothing wrong with placing it here. We can even place it maybe down like this and leave some... No, there's never going to be any room for anything else there. Who am I kidding? It can just do something like this. And sure, we can even bring like a path down through the middle and make something more to eat and drink if we really need it. All right, so there we go. We have that there. So we're going to need more janitors. No doubt about that. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a few more janitors. Let's see. 1, 2. How many do you have in total now? We have, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. One more just because I like even numbers. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get one more guy. Place him right over there. There we go. So that should be 8. So work rosters. Right. So we have 3 entrances. Right. So we have an eastern entrance. We have a western entrance. Don't really need janitors over there because there's probably not much to clean up over there. If there is, I'll just grab someone and put them over there. Where exactly is this arch? Ah, this area that I made here. Fair enough. I'm going to put 1 because I want to have at least 1 going, you know, only through that area and then probably 1 free roaming. We don't really have too much path in there, but, you know, just want to make sure everything's taken care of as best as possible. So you, sir, who have been with us for so long, you're going to be on the arch. And let's see. So we have that entertainment point. We're going to just ignore that one there because we clearly don't have too much on that. Where is Miss Elly's Diner? It's this whole area right here. Okay, so we're going to have... I want to see 2, but there's honestly not that much path there, so we could probably just add 1. So let's see. Whoa, wait, hold the phone. We already have somebody on there, and we already have somebody on the arch. Okay, so my bad. So free roaming back to that guy, and it seems like maybe our issues are not in those areas. Maybe we just have to add 2 people there. I don't know. I'm going to try to add 2 people to these areas and see if that works. I might even hire up to 10 janitors, like I said before, just because I want to make sure everything is okay. And we're going to make one last work roster area, and it's going to be this massive area right up in here. Yeah, I guess I can. I don't really want to include the entertainment point, though. Let's be real here. Something like that. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be the Prettyful area. Sure, I know I keep using that name, but that's the name of this coaster, and so we're going to call it the Prettyful area. And so we're going to attach 2 janitors to this, and that should be good. Then we're going to have 2 free roaming. I kind of like that. I kind of don't like that. It's a little bit scary. Miss Elly's having a high workload. Let's go ahead and train her and also give her a little bit more money because clearly she's trying to make people happy when our park is... Ooh, actually, we're almost there. Nice. I was thinking, oh boy, we're not really doing so well here. And this person wants more pay. Fine. Good for you. There we go. Same thing with you. Get more pay. You probably want more pay right now as well. Even though we don't really have much money, we have to keep doing that just to make sure that they're going to be happy. Same thing with these guys. Oh, we don't even have money to... We don't have money to train anybody. Hey, so we achieved a park rating of 1,500. So now we just have to make sure that we keep up our guest happiness and get another 100 guests so we can complete our gold objectives. Even though, actually, no, yeah, we're definitely in a good place to complete the gold ones. Then we can pretty quickly, I'm going to say quickly, loosely, because I'm not so sure how quickly we can do that, achieve that one. So right now it's just a matter of maybe opening up more rides to bring in more people or running a marketing campaign. But clearly we're not doing so hot on the money, so I want to make sure that we try to save as much as we can, even though I have to train these people. Let's see, how much is training? It's like 500 something. What? Was it really that expensive? And did something break down? Not so sure. What? Okay, Forge broke down. You know what? That's not a big deal. Like if 66er broke down, then we'd have an issue. But if it was just Forge this time, then we should be able to get some kind of money. Maybe not. Maybe Forge is like screwing us over right now. Well, it's only time before we're actually able to achieve this. There we go. All right, good. And we need to bump this up by 2% more. 2%, just 2%. We have all the guests that we need right now. Oh no, now it's 3%. Okay, so we are having more issues than we were before. Pause. We need to do something more. So let's see. What is the problem here? A lot of people are still thirsty. There's still litter's disgusting issue. Okay, so I'm going to hire 2 more janitors. Just because I have a feeling that this is going to help. We're going to put them there and there. Sure. And we need to, let's see. They're still thirsty, so we might have to bring in more areas. Ooh, a thief was caught. Nice. We might have to bring in more areas for people to buy drinks. I don't know. Looks like they're having issues with Hats Fantastic and Looney Balloons still, which is not so good. How much do they want to pay for these hats? Honestly, I don't care. I don't care about making money from these. So let's go for $8 on these, and clearly we have to lower the balloon cost. Maybe they're going to stop complaining about it. I honestly, I don't know, you guys. Oh, we can not sell yellow balloons? I mean, that would be nice. I don't like yellow. I'm sorry. I don't like yellow. All right, so stepping in sick and litter's disgusting, not so good. We do have janitors everywhere, though, to maybe take care of that. The queue for Zozo is full. That... I'm thinking I'm going to have to delete Zozo or charge even more for it. So let's try charging more for it. Honestly, this isn't a coaster, and look at that queue. That is superbly insane. I don't even know where to begin with that. That's just craziness. It looks like people are maybe thinking it's a little bit too expensive, or the queue is just, yeah, they're not going to queue that long. I don't know how far we're going to be able to bring up the price in this, but I have a feeling it's going to go very, very far. So we're going to have to be very careful with what we do. However, let's go ahead and now make Insanity look a little bit nicer, and maybe in time we'll actually get this. Okay, so we now have Pathos 3 open, and I want to do something. I want to actually add another one of these guys over here. So let's see if we can maybe duplicate the whole thing as it is. Actually, you know what? Gulpy didn't seem as popular as Pipshot, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab this one instead. Duplicate the whole thing and just drop it somewhere up in here, because still, the major complaints seem to be about... hunger and thirst. And so we, of course, want to try to take care of those. There are some restroom needs, no doubt about that, but I think, we could take care of those in some other ways. So let's see, we are at 76 now of this. We need 1% more. Just somebody needs to be suddenly happy a little bit and we'll be good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hire a second Miss Elly, like I said before, and maybe that's going to help out because people are suddenly going to be like, hey, look at this, there's an entertainer here. We should be entertained and be super happy. And apparently that's not going to happen because our rides are breaking down. We might need some more mechanics, huh? Oh boy, how are we going to take care of this when everything's breaking down? Well, yeah, I'm going to hire some more mechanics, no doubt about that. Let's go and put one there. Let's put one over here so we can take care of something. I think we only had 2 before, so there we have 5 now. So maybe that now they can actually take care of things, make sure rides are inspected, and so on and so forth. And is this place here actually open? They are. Okay, so they're just not seeing anybody, honestly, so that's not really that great. We're really not going to make much from it, but hopefully that's going to help out with some more issues. No, we dipped a little bit. It seems like we're going between 88 and 89 where we need to go up a little bit more, so we need to find some more points in happiness. So let's see, what can we do for these people? Looney Balloons looks busy, Pipshot looks busy. Let's see, they're thirsty. We just opened up more drinks places for them. Looney Balloons, Zozo is too expensive, and that means we are probably going to delete Zozo because it seems like Zozo is causing way too many problems, and the vendor from Street Fox Coffee just quit. Wonderful. Not really what we needed, but let's go ahead and reopen that one. Let's see, Street Fox Coffee, did anybody else quit, or is anybody else really close to quitting? Ah, well, that's nice to know there. So let's see. Oh boy, there's a lot of people who are about to quit. They are just not having it. They're just like, I am being paid too little. This is not worth it at all. So let's go ahead and actually give them $250, even though, we're making fair enough amount of money right now, so I guess it's okay. Jeez, there's so many people who need more pay. Wow, $25? No, that's really not going to work for them at all. They're going to quit like in a heartbeat if we do that. Let's go for $250 for all those. And is anybody else going to be super whiny about this? Let's see. Anybody else being whiny? No, thank goodness. Okay. So we need 1% more. 1% more, and we shall have this. So I'm going to go ahead and delete Zozo. I know that's like super sad. Everybody loves it. That's exactly why I'm deleting it. Everybody's flunking there and ignoring every other ride. Is Zozo broken? Honestly, though, is Zozo broken? Because that's seemingly way too broken to be real. All right, so 89%. Now that Zozo's broken, we're not going to have complaints about the queue being full. We're not going to have complaints about, the queue times being too long and the price being too expensive. So maybe that's going to help out a little bit, especially since we have everything else these people need. Like, I am about to throw myself at their feet, so what do you guys want? What do you want? Maybe the staff wants some more training. Sure, you know what? We have more than enough money. Let's go ahead and just train the staff. What the heck, why not? Make sure that, oh geez, everybody's about to quit. Let's make sure we train them really quickly before they all quit, and we suddenly have a bunch of places being closed down, which is not what we need right now. So that's making them happier a little bit. It looks like that's going down. They need some more pay, no doubt about that. Let's see, who else needs more pay? No, I think the rest of them are kind of sort of okay. Sure. All right, so 1% more, you guys. I can't believe we're stuck on just that little bit there. Looney Balloons looks busy. Maybe, oh, what? Something was, oh, that was Zozo. So litter is disgusting. Even though we have 10 janitors, it seems like they're not taking care of something. We placed a ton of bins just to maybe try to take care of that. Didn't really work. Has Fantastic looks busy. Okay, so now it's just the fact that Looney Balloons and Hans Fantastic are really busy that they're complaining. So they might want another gift shop. Let's see how these needs are going. You know what? They're still in the orange. It seems like no matter how much we place, they're going to stay in the orange. That's a little bit weird, but sure. Okay, so that means we are probably in need of placing some more bins somewhere because clearly there's trash everywhere. And oh, I think I see the problem. The bins are really full, and so maybe they have nowhere to actually throw their trash away. Which means that we might not have enough janitors, honestly speaking, though, because janitors are the ones who have to go by and actually empty those out. So if that's the case, we might have to hire even more janitors, you guys. I know this sounds really crazy, but just hear me out, okay? Just hear me out. That might just be exactly what we need to win this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and hire 5 more. 5 more janitors and 1 more Miss Elly, just because we have a pretty big park. It's fairly spread out. So there we go. 1 more Miss Elly and 1, 2. Let's put some somewhere else. Let's see, 3. Maybe over here. 4. And lastly, how's about a 5 all the way over here? All right, so wherever the trash is, they should be able to take care of it. Because again, the game doesn't really tell us where the trash is that we can actually fix these. Oh boy, we're losing some money on these places. But you know what? Just as long as we have them open, maybe that's going to make them happy. What? No. Uh-huh. You're 90. I see you. You're at 90. And we're over some. What are you doing? I can't believe this is happening right now, you guys. We actually reached 90% and over 1,700 guests. And the game's just like, no, I don't think you earned it. Oh, come on, game. We know we earned it. There we go. We have completed the hard objectives for Miss Elly's Diner. So now, all that we have to do is add 3 points of decoration to complete the whole park. So let's try to find something that actually meshes with what we have here. You know, we have a nice place that's very all-American, and I figure that we can go for some nice all-American scenery somewhere, maybe by the entrances. You know what? The entrances are pretty barren, so let's go ahead and make this a little bit welcome to a very all-American. Honestly, the Eagles wings look like hot dogs, but okay, sure, we can do that. Let's see. So 2 eagles gonna welcome you. Maybe some balloon columns. Let's see. That's curved. Ooh, you know what? That kind of works. We can probably work with these. Let's flip this one like this, and maybe we can work with this one, kind of like flipping it. Let's see. Rotate it to this way. There we go, and maybe a little bit out this way. And we're gonna grab this and maybe float it a little bit, something like. I don't even know if that's 100% right. Let's see. A little bit something like, is that floating a lot above that? That is. Something like, there we go. So, of course, when people enter, they have to walk through this. And it's embarrassing, but it's my embarrassing park. Okay, you guys? That's just the way it is. Also, these balloons make some weird sounds, you guys. I don't know how I feel about that. All right, there we go. So, we have very embarrassing area over here. Let's see. How much did that add? Nothing? That added nothing? Wow, that's actually really embarrassing. And Gulpy Soda just closed down, so that's not so good. Wow, really? We added a few little things here. And oh, did those people actually stop to look at the scenery there? They were probably just like, oh my gosh, I actually want to enter this park. This looks insane. This looks like a crazy people park. Okay, fine. Fair enough. You know what? We're going to go ahead and decorate the other end over here and see if people still think we're crazy. Because honestly, I still think we're crazy. All right, so let's go for maybe some Uncle Sam balloons. Sure, let's do that like that. And that like that. Maybe we'll get 1 point now. Seriously, game? These balloons are just not enough. It seems like we need more trees. Or we can probably just go for some blueprint scenery because you know what? That works just as well. We don't really need... Ooh. Wait, we have fireworks displays here? Why haven't I not been using these? My bad, you guys. So adding these like maybe to the entrance, not a really good idea. I guess we can probably go ahead and add these to the back of the roller coaster just because it's perfect. Or, ooh, does it fit in here? It fits. Wait, is this floating? No, it's not. It actually works. Ta-da! There we go. All right. I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. I want to see it maybe in a darker time. Let's see. 10 p.m. is too dark for me. Let's go for that. Let's see. Can we actually see this? Like, is it going to go off or do we have to time it? Not so sure. You know what? Not so sure. I think we're going to need to add where is it? Custom. Do we need a display sequencer? I've not actually worked with fireworks to know 100% sure. So let me know in the comments because eventually when I get to my challenge mode park, I will be working with fireworks and it would be nice to know. So I'm going to get rid of those for now and just add some nicer scenery that may work with this. So let's see what we have in terms of things that will work with this park that aren't fireworks. We have some spooky trees. That really doesn't work. We have some, something that looks Wild Westy. Some wagons that are pretty much lit up. And since we have this area that's wide open here with nothing, I suppose we can just put something like that there. And maybe even a campsite. Sure, why not? Because we can match old with the new. Old American with old American. Okay, so let's see. Old American with new American, excuse me. And there we go. We have completed Miss Elly's Diner. So this one was no doubt a hard scenario just because we had to keep up the happiness to a certain level, and honestly decorating is difficult because it makes my computer lag, honestly speaking. Everything gets super laggy and suddenly it's just like, oh well, it looks like I can't play the game anymore. But no, you know what, just place down some of the pre-mades and you're gonna be good, and just delete them after you complete this. If you want to go ahead and do that before you do any of the hard ones, at least that's my thought about that. As for the crazy thing that I did in terms of hiring 3 Miss Ellys and a few more janitors than I wanted to, I figured that's going to help out because the park is just super widespread. Like, you have all these long roads all the way over there, and obviously the janitors are going to keep walking that way in case someone did drop some trash there. We could obviously add bins, but it's never a sure thing that, one, the guests are going to use the bins, and two, that the janitors are going to go over there and actually clean the bins, especially since you saw that the bins over here were not getting cleaned out because we did not have enough janitors. So somehow, if we have too many bins, too much trash, too many guests in one place, we're going to need more janitors. Maybe, I guess, I'm going to say one janitor per 100 guests. I don't know if that's too much, but I have a feeling that that's exactly where we should have been, and I maybe cheapened out a little bit there just to save some money, which was a bad idea. But in the end, we were able to complete this scenario, and, well, it was mostly about placing down a lot of rides. We could have gone for more coasters for sure, because coasters will always bring in more people. But placing down some rides that people enjoy, especially like Zozo, that brought in quite a few people and a lot of money. It's just one of those rides that seems to be broken right now, so don't use it. At least that's my recommendation. But for now, all the other rides seem to work well enough. Alright, so that is it for this episode of Planet Coaster Career Mode. If you enjoyed, hit that like button to show your support, and do subscribe if you already haven't. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome night.